Oh, hello, and welcome to Khosi Nation Fan TV. I am Pilo. I am your host. This is where fans meet and talk about Kaizer Chiefs. I'm a Khosi Football Club, and in today's video, we are previewing the DStv Premiership match between Kaizer Chiefs and Chippa United on Freedom Day. The game starts at 3 p.m. South African time. So make sure that you remember that because it's a holiday tomorrow. It's Freedom Day in SA. So that's great. Happy Freedom Day. I hope Uguti Chiefs will also make us happy. Anyways, before we continue with any other thing, please do make sure you like the video. You subscribe to the channel if you're new. In this video, we preview Kaizer Chiefs matches, react to Kaizer Chiefs matches, have match watch alongs during Kaizer Chiefs matches, and we also have daily live streams at 7:30, and we also post videos each and every day. So please do become one of us, one of us, and subscribe to the channel. There is a lot to talk about, maybe not a lot. Chippa United, it's one of those teams that are currently like the sekukune, because we don't like win these games against about Chippa United for some reason. We just don't. If you look at the record, if you look at head-to-head year to ne against Chippa United. Chippa United, we've played against them 17 matches, right? We have won 8, they have won 7, and we have drawn twice. So believe me when I say, in tomorrow's game, it's not going to be a draw. In fact, I wanted to do this, to have match predictions over here. Match predictions. I want to see how many people still have hope. So I'm saying win, draw, loss. I'll tell you what, Chiefs will either win that game or lose. There is no drawing, there is no middle ground with this fixture. I mean, 17 fixtures and only 2 draws. That tells you Uguti in this game, Chiefs, it's either they underestimate the Chippa, or what ends up happening is that Chiefs goes out and they just try to smash Chippa United into pieces. Because what I do not want to see is the same thing that I saw against the Gallants. I mean, Isekukune. That was pure rubbish and unacceptable, and I do not want to see it again. And it's up to our players now in tomorrow's game to say, you know what, we're going to fly to the Eastern Cape, because the last I checked, the game is in Eastern Cape. We're going to go to Eastern Cape, and then we are going to make sure we win the game. We make a statement to our fans and to other teams. Because here's the thing, the fact that we're playing at Nelson Mandela Bay, it's not really an away game for Chiefs. It is an away game because they're not playing in Gauteng or wherever they are choosing to be home game. Because any game the Chiefs plays, if you haven't noticed, it's a home game because there is majority of the fans. I think there are factors that are going to affect the game, like Kuti. Obviously, geography, sea level. Gauteng is way higher. In sea level, Yakona is much higher, and then Eastern Cape, where they will be playing Nelson Mandela Bay, it's at sea level. So maybe the altitude does affect how the players perform. Still, they are Kaizer Chiefs and they need to make a statement. And what is going to be great about tomorrow's game is that Hlanti will be back. Listen to me saying that Hlanti will be back, which means when we do look at our starting 11, you are going to have Uhlanti back to his position, and then I'm a center back pairing here to Ungezana, no Dove are together. I want to know and I want to see Uguti will Zwane pick Solomons or will he pick Frosla? Because, like, since Solomons came back in his first game, he was very impressive because I was like, oh wow, yeah, Uzwane, Solomons has come back and proved Uguti is fit, blah blah blah. But in the second and the third game, especially against Sekukune, it just looked like a direction Aiko, and I'm like, ish, this struggle now has extended even to Solomons now. So now you have Frosla, who naye when he came on for Solomons, he didn't really impress me. And now you have Solomons who's not in a good form. I wonder what he's going to do at right back, because personally I would still go for Solomons over Frosla, because I feel like as much as Solomons does izinto and you feel like ayakuna direction or he's forcing things, at least he tries, or it seems so in any case. Because if I look at Frosla, sometimes body language yakhe does not say I want to play. Like it's like ukhathele, or there's something going on. Asazi, maybe there's really something going on this season with Frosla, because he's not himself. Like he's not been himself. So I think I would definitely go with Solomons at right back, because you look at it and you can tell Uguti, no, this is a better right back that we have, and is definitely one who will give you more. He will overlap. He will take on, because that's another thing that he does that Frosla doesn't do. He is able to take on players and dribble past them and try to do something with himself. But Riv, sometimes I feel like when he is played, then you're guaranteed Uguti Chiefs is going to try and play crosses into the ball, into the box, and then that's just mad football. Mad, not smart, mad, M-U-D, Utaga. And then when what ends up happening then is that Chiefs is in trouble. I'll read your comments. I just want to finish the starting 11 first. So I won't be surprised once again if Umat comes back. It's just that this time there will be Ustebe, which will now add another question in Yoguti. Since Uzwane, we saw Uguti first half that he had wasn't that great, right? First half, but he did try. I will still say this. Uguti did try. And I feel like what also kind of exposed him in the previous game is, once again, there was no stab. And if Ustebe ngekho, Umat struggles to play. I'm not Umat. Uzwane Usamgelo struggles to play. Even though there was a dedicated defensive midfielder against Sekukune, but that defensive midfielder, El Cole, he wasn't fit. So Uzwane had to try and mark. And most of the times when he tried to do that, it just didn't work. And as a result, he also gave the ball away. All these things, it wasn't overly impressive. But once again, for him, I also appreciated Guti. At least he was trying to do ezinye izinto. So with Ustebe coming back tomorrow, I should hope Guti his performance is going to be much better. But that leaves the other question, Yoguti. As a coach, having watched Umtu in the previous two games, Uguti against the Royal AM, he came off the bench, he won us the pen. Against Sekukune, he also tried. He played better than the players who were already playing. So now the decision to make is, are you going to start with Usamgelo as a 10? And we've seen Guti struggles if he's playing there because he needs to play a bit deeper. Or are you going to start with Umtu, who's a natural 10, who is better suited in that position? And having rested him in the previous two matches, I think there wouldn't be too much. It wouldn't hurt to actually rest Usamgelo. If you don't rest Usamgelo, rest Umat and play Usamgelo alongside Ustebe. So Samgelo, Stebe, Mdu. I would play that remain, because I know Usamgelo is confident on the ball. Umdu is also confident on the ball. And what we struggled to do in the previous game was to even play a ball swing. So knowing Umdu Vele is more comfortable in that position, I play him there. I play Usamgelo in a slightly deeper role alongside Ustebe, who Ustebe will do the hard work of defending, and Usamgelo can have the freedom of going forward. And the work rate come to is also very good. So I would play those three. I doubt Ugutuzwane will do that though, because I believe Uguti, he still sees Umat as a vital player and a crucial player in our starting 11 because he can press and he can force the opponents to basically give the ball away, good press. But otherwise, in Vagaloko, there's nothing else that I see. Guys, you can comment. Give me your starting 11 as well. My comments. I'm just gonna go to front three too. Saile has been wasteful, Shem. Saile has been wasteful a lot. He is one player who's really not playing well. I feel like he's struggling. But since Utol is injured and I haven't heard anything, I think he's out for the season. Since Utol is injured, I think that will be the only saving grace for Usaile. That could be the only thing that saves Usaile tomorrow. So Usaile would play, and then Utupri would play as well, obviously, as a number 9. But we left wing on the left wing. That's where it gets interesting because Utol is obviously injured. So what do? Do you push him to and play him as a left winger and then still play Samgelo no Mats Nozwan in midfield? Or do you say, you know what, let me bring Pekuse Khota and see what he can give me? Or you say, let me bring Onuma Shatz and see what it gives to the team? Because if you want to play all your best players at once or the players that you trust the most at once, then I can see Kuba Solomon's at right back, Dove, Ngezana, and then Klanti. And then in midfield, Stebe, Matt, Zwane, and then left wing, he plays Umtu, and then center forward, he plays Utupri, and then right winger, he plays Usail. So I do think Uguti that could be Zwane starting 11. But what I've seen with Uzwane, with him benching Umtu, Uguti, he could, if he benches Umtu, he would bench Umtu because he will want to start with, who's this guy? He will want to start with, wow, I just forgot what I wanted to say. He would want to start to do Mahlatse, for example, and then if Mahlatse doesn't work out, he brings on him to second half. The worst thing that I don't even want to imagine is what if coach decides, oh, wait a minute, Utol is injured, so let me just play Dupri as a left winger and play Caleb as a striker and play Saila alongside him. Because the moment you do that, to Chippa, you're signaling, I'm going to try and cross the ball. And then the moment you see we line up here too, he's one of the things that could say Chiefs is going to have a bad game. If I see Caleb and Frosler in that game, then I know Guto Frosler is brought on for my deliveries, and then who's this one? Caleb is there to head the ball. I will just know that's what's going on. So it's going to suck. But let me read my comments because I've talked for 15 minutes. My back is so tired. Great. So Gibson is saying Fedeba for away Gibson. Gibson is saying Mamela uzwane uyahlulega. You can't fail to see you ubani odlisayo ku first half, then he make a change players only 5 minutes igame iphele. He failed serious. Manqoba akamncede please. Iyangiyangisa uzwane. No, I think most of us agree with regards to Zwane selecting players or subbing players of 5 minutes while we are losing. I think that's not on. And I will not defend him with that because he's done it too many times and it's clear Uguti he continues to do it. So he really needs to fix that, Shem. It doesn't look well on him. And it also just feeds to this narrative yokuthi unama favorites that he doesn't want to take out. And I coaches have their favorites. They just do. Like I can go around teams and say Uguti, this coach favorite tag is this player, this coach favorite tag is this player. But yeah, he really needs to manage indaba ka plan B when we're losing and try to bring on someone else to make a change in the game. Uspecifically saying Solomons should continue. He has been trying. Yeah, because you are right. You can fall to Solomons all we like, but at the end of the day, he tries. Yabo. So effort. We commend the effort. Gibson is saying Umsapi Ukol, he must give young players game time like Sehota to avoid mistakes. Mistakes like Solomon's did. Wait, what mistake did Solomon do? I don't get it. But Tigek, we'll see tomorrow with Dolly not being available. Luguti, what will be the situation with Sehot? And then Simba is saying Chiefs to take this, Khosi. And then Umbuso is saying I prefer Solomons over Frosler, but I was not impressed with how Solomons can be clumsy and lack composure and making wrong decisions against Sekukune. I hope he improves on that part. Yeah, the game against Sekukune definitely didn't paint him well because he lost the ball a lot of times, kept on running to traffic, and he's just one of those games that he wants to forget. But if you once again look at the game that Frostlight had, you'd like, it just didn't look like he wanted to play. So now who's worse? The one who doesn't look like they want to play or the one who just tried but made the wrong decisions? Because at the end of the day, to me, it also counts. So good say, where is your head at when you're playing? Do you look like you want to play? If you don't look like you don't want to play, then don't even play. Moses Caesar is saying, hello, Mpilo Nation. Hope you are good, bro. Awe. As for me, I accept any results now and I can't wait for this season to be over because I'm not expecting any trophy again as usual. Hey, Nkosi yami. I mean, ngizohlala ethembeni. Yabona, I am holding on to dear hope. My back hurts. I've been sitting here editing some of the clips from videos for like 6 hours now. I'm so tired. Anyways, yeah, I can't give up. I will only give up the moment the referee blows the whistle, like prr, prr, prr. Oh, Chiefs is out of Nedbank Cup. But I can't give up. I just can't. I can't give up on Chiefs, and that sucks. Umandla says, can we just start benching the regulars and experiment with Duba and Mahlats? That's actually a good thing. It's just that Uzwane right now is insisting which was still in the CAF Champions League talk, like Ugutu can still make it. But if you look at it, it looks highly unlikely. Like the Pirates doesn't look like they're gonna drop any points. The Pirates in how they are performing, and right now they have a game in hand on SuperSport, 46 points, and SuperSport has 47 points. Pirates will win and bet 49 points, 3 games to go. Chiefs is left at 41. We're not winning 3 games. I don't think Chiefs is going to win 3 games that are remaining. If they do, then I'll be impressed. But if we win 2, that would be a huge achievement to me because there is a Cape Town City that I think will lose against, probably SuperSport, draw or lose. So the fact that we've allowed SuperSport to also open that gap just sucks. And we have a bad goal difference. Yabona, these things accumulate and they make for a very ugly situation for a Chiefs. Good, right now, we should try and say we try to finish in the top 3 and we still try to get the Nedbank Cup. But I would definitely experiment Kwamina with Abu Duba so that if I'm looking for options against the Pirates or if, God willing, we reach the final, then I can say, oh, okay, let's now see Uduba has been performing well when I experimented with him in the league. Let me play him in the final or in the semifinals. So, yeah. Please like the video, by the way. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm not even looking at the live viewers right now, especially saying the pain of knowing that Caleb might come back if Dole is unavailable for selection tomorrow instead of Sehot. I was wondering if he does that, Shem. That would be one of those moments that I would be like, why? Mara, why? Because that guy doesn't give the Chiefs anything. People can say what they want to say, but Caleb, Shem. Caleb, nah. funny enough, there are people who are saying, Caleb. Mandla saying people are out partying. Mandla, best Kaizer Chiefs off-season business. Release or loan Caleb. I'm there. I'm there. A professional player who can't make space for himself. A striker, not, to say the least. Like Gibson saying, but for Chiefs is a big team. You don't have to try. You must know your story finish. Zwana akahloniphe fans. Uhlekisa ngathi lo wenza ngathi uyazi engazi nje. Hey, Khosi yami Gibson is tired. He's sick and tired of Uzwane. I can tell. I can really tell. There are people that I know they have had it up to here with Uzwane. Some of us are still patiently hoping for a turnaround. Some people are like, we're done. Umandla, no, not Umandla, who played the same Khosi Nation. Timothy saying, Pillow Nation, can you please tell me when Chiefs player is scary player, who will opponents or which Chiefs player is the scary player who will give opponents headaches? I think the closest player to giving opponents headaches at Khosi Timothy is Umdu and maybe Dupree, because they are scared of Ipeska Dupree, they are scared of Umdu dribbling past them. Beyond that, I don't see any other player that they can actually be worried about. Gibson is saying, why angafaki uSkhota? Because uSkhota, as I was saying, I feel like I'm not defending. I think we've said this enough. USkhota naye started doing lento yokuba too predictable. And a lot of us suggested, and I think that could work. Just take uSkhota, play him as a right winger, and that will force him not to always go down the line all the time. He will be forced to cut in because going down the line does not work all the time. And then Sims Sally saying, I will be at the stadium for sure. Wow, good for you. Enjoy. Hopefully Chiefs wins. Play is saying we can't have Mangoba inside the Naturena premises. Aibo. Ngeke lo umuntu akasifuni bo. Kanti sinjani nje ngeke. I like Mangoba but not in Naturena, says Blade. Mandla says Dupree is greedy. Solomon's Mdu Dolly greedy. Where does this greed come from? This has to be something from training. If it was one player, okay, but all of them, I know. Is it possible that they don't trust each other? I don't know. But I'm just asking myself at this point, why would players do this? I did think about it, Guti. Because initially, to me, this thing, it started being evident. Gui gave me arrows. And then I realized, these players are not passing to each other. Is it possible? To me, initially, I was like, oh, it's probably because they are leading. So now everyone is trying to go for glory. But now, this thing continued. So now, I don't know. I don't have an answer, Shem. Specifically saying, by the way, do you have a performance analyst? I think Umandla answered your question. And then Gibson is saying, notice something, Bra. Bahlale bengena ongezana okwinika. Those two cows believe and stupid Zwane can't see that. But Ungezana has improved, Gibson. Ungezana has improved. And Ukwinika is now sitting on the bench. That argument I would disagree with, because Ungezana has really improved the performance in recent games. Like I would defend Ungezana, he's been really good in recent games. And we won't say it was his fault against Sekukun. Like if you know in Asia, he was running this way and then the ball was coming this side. He was trying to clear the ball. He couldn't. Now you know, sometimes you if you catch him shonale, that's why abantu bekusha ngevala, because uyasikaza ushonele avalisa ibhola usala ubhekele. It happens. And then Mandla saying Mangoba will disturb things at Chiefs, thinking he is Pito. Chiefs won't win any trophy this season. Kahle Mandla na give up manje ningishiya ngedwa manje kwi positivity yami. Theo is saying Olampilo mfethu Solomon's all the way and Samgelo instead of Matt. I mean, I don't understand why Matt is playing every game. it's that thing you're pressing. Noguti, he's supposed to be that player who plays a 1-2, who controls the ball, who carries the ball forward, but he doesn't do it. So because of that, he shouldn't be playing. He should be getting benched. Okay, who played is talking to Specific. Umandla is saying, but can we give Duba a 190-minute matota? Like, imagine Mangatiwa we just play Mdu Samgelo, Duba is a strike. I know ukuthi kuzobe kuthiwa iy'ngane zodwa, but he will like, I think they will give us something different because they fight at the very least. I know when I see Umdu play, ukuthi he's going to fight. I know when I see Samgelo plays, he's going to at least try to do something. Or Mati, they just disappear. So, yeah. And then Umbuso is saying, May Zwane please exercise his power and effect changes at halftime if things are not working. Let Khota start the game this time. Other Zwane must coach him not to force runs down the left if it's not on. Yeah, yabona lapo, that big thing. I don't know why. I don't get how this seems to be beyond Ozwane ukuthi make changes if it's not working, right? Just make changes. I still don't get why this thing seems to be eluding Umangete, because if there is one criticism I would have on him, it's just that why do you not make changes, Mangete? Like, because that's one of the things that really makes it difficult to defend Uzwane at times. Because you try to defend him, but then you're like, yeah, but why would you bring on a player who can change the game with 5 minutes remaining on the clock? What change are they going to make on the game? Who played is saying Zwane doesn't prepare his players for their game at least 20 minutes per just to get minutes for like the likes of Obotub. I agree with that. Please like the video, by the way. Uteo is saying other boring part, our midfield, they don't score. Zia posa, yo. That's another problem. Like big teams, like really good teams, they spread goals around. There is no one who's just expected to be a goal machine. It just happens. Even in Gui City, Haaland is scoring a lot of goals. Yo, I just thought of Haaland and my heart sank because Arsenal is playing Man City and I don't want Man City to win. It's fine. Played is saying Kele Pagay chicken in. Sandile is saying, okay, Kulman no Gibson no Sandile. Let me see who's talking to me. Who played is saying Chiefs is becoming like Tottenham. Shame. Amanda is saying when Chiefs players make mistakes, they must write essays or pay fines of 10k and explain to us why are they doing this to us. Moses is saying Mahlatsi no Mpilo Nation avume ngokusiphathisa more stress. But Mahlatsi bafethu delivers. I've not seen Mahlatsi have a bad game. He has struggled with the fitness, yes, but I've not seen him like perform badly to a point Oguti I would say he doesn't deserve to start anymore. The other one vote, 74% people are saying Chiefs is going to win. I said this thing yesterday. I think yesterday we would say I won't do the pre-match thingy because, well, to me, I know Koffert work tomorrow at 20-8, which is 20-3. So I would be lucky to even catch a kick-off because I'll be coming back from work. So, yeah. So, yeah, it's a holiday in SA, but not in Indonesia. So I will probably be here for you, watch along. Even if I arrive late, wait for me. So I will see you with game. Go check the video that I posted earlier on. You haven't watched it. I know you. I can see it in your soul. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Lambile. And until next time, remember, equals Alpelumoy. I am hungry. I am